part 8 of the Tamiya 1/48 scale F-4B Phantom build. Hello, this is BJ from Hearns Hobbies and welcome to part 8 of the Tamiya 1/48 scale F-4B Phantom build. Okay, so I've got it all down here, laid it all out pretty much the way I had left it off in the last session. So what we've done is it's predominantly been the bottom, so all the undercarriage is getting put together here, and we finished off with the front landing strut is just there, and we're starting to put in the undercarriage doors on the rear end. So we're up to section, let's see, step 34, pretty much complete here. So we've done these main landing gear struts. I've got the two halves of each side of the main gear wheels done, and then these are the front landing gear wheels. All right, so from here we're going to be moving on to step 35. Before I do that, these were just glued together, so I've still got the nubs that are on these main wheels here, so I'm just going to quickly sand those off and then we'll continue on. Okay, so let me just put on my mag visor here, get a sanding here. So I'm just using the 400 grit side here. The 400 grit is one of my go-to grits for quick sanding of nubs. It works very quickly and it's not so coarse, so it's going to leave all these really heavy marks. Alright, so I'm spinning the wheel as I'm doing this. Okay, so that's one done. Okay, so this is just going around here. All right. Now, like I mentioned in an earlier, or the last episode, I like to keep the wheels separate, and I'm going to put those at the end. So that way I can make sure that they're totally aligned, right angle. It's a good chance they're going to be on the right angle if I follow the instructions. I mean, something different here is that where the wheels fit onto the actual axles, the axles are actually tapered. Okay, so that's going to help it sit in, pretty much right. It's not going to have much side movement, as you can see there. There's no play as such. So that's going to help align them. But I'll keep them separate anyway, just in case. And also it allows me to keep these off, so I can put the black wash in here before I glue them on permanently. So we'll keep those aside. All right, so that's all done there. That's step 34. Let's move on to step 35, which is the air exhaust outlets. Okay, so I'm going to need the B parts here. All right, I've got B, 4, and 3, which are these bits. Right, so I've got that, and there's B2 as well. These doors. And this support strut. That's number 1. Okay. All right, let's clean these up. Okay. All right, this is pretty much trimmed up, so we just got to glue these together. And it's good how Tamiya have actually made the locating pins. So usually locating pins are only just straight pins, but they have an elongated one here as well. And that fits into the elongated part there. Because usually when you cut these off and you trim them off, it's quite easy to get them mixed up. And if you get it the wrong way around, then it's going to give you all sorts of trouble later on. But with these, they only fit in one way. Okay, so it's only going to fit in that way. Look at that. So it all looks pretty good. All right, so let me get my glue. Okay, I'll fit this over the top. Okay, so they will fit pretty well. And then I just have to put in this support strut. See if it fits a particular way. Oh. Looks like I bent this a bit too far before, so let's just fix it quickly. Oops. Let's try that again. This can be one of those challenges with really small parts. Okay, let's see if this is meant to go in a particular way. Okay, so it looks like it's meant to go this way around. Alright, so it fits into here. Okay. Okay, that's step 35. So that's the air exhaust outlets done. Okay. Now we move on to step 36. So that's basically fitting that particular box there, the exhaust outlet, into the base of the fuselage, and then also putting on the main undercarriage struts. Okay, so let's just test fit this. Okay. Alright, so we've got that flap open up there. Looks fairly good. It's just the way it's been designed. You just make sure that it all fits in nice and square. Let me see if I can get that angle for you. Probably a bit hard to see. A few jutty things coming out. Alright, let's just glue that in place. Actually, before I do that, let's just have a closer look. Okay, let's glue that in place. Okay, that's on, and let's just double check these fitments of the left and right undercarriage here. So this should be a nice tight fit, which it appears to be. Alright, so that's in. Alright, so we've got all the struts on now. Okay, so we've got the front strut, we've got the left and right rear struts, and that is sitting on its undercarriage now, just without the wheels. Now I'm not going to glue these on yet, because they are a nice tight fit. They're not actually moving, so they're aligned. I'll glue them in later on when I've got all the wheels in place, because the glue is going to be the permanent fixture, and we'll leave it there just to give us a bit of room to play in case we need to adjust anything. Okay, so that's 36, oh, almost 36 actually. There's some struts there, A17. Actually, come to think of it, may as well glue it all in place if I'm going to put in these struts. Okay, where were they? They are over here. A17, okay. Right, changed my mind, got to put them on. Give it a quick cleanup. All right, let's put these in place. So there's particular points that these go into. Just make sure they're in the right spot. Okay. Just quickly check these. All right, looks pretty good. Right, let's put in some glue and make it permanent. All right, that's good. Okay, that's step 36 done. Let's move on to, oh no, we continue on. Okay, so step 37. This top part talks about whether or not you want the extended wing tip option or the folded. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one of each, and also with the flaps and the speed brakes. Actually, I don't know if you can do the speed brakes left hand side. Let's see. All right, we'll do the wingtips one up, one down. We'll do the flaps down, and then we'll do the open brakes. Okay, so let's grab the wingtips. All right, so we've got B11. And then we'll do this one folded up. Okay, then the tips themselves, D23 and D24. D23. D23 and D24, okay. All right, let's just make a bit of room. All right, so let's just make sure I've got the right parts here. All right, that's not for that one. All right, so that's extended wing there. And this is going to be the folded. Okay, so it looks like folded needs an extra bit. B17. B17. Okay. Now which one have I got here? This is, it's the right one. So I need B18. Okay, so we'll do the cleanup. Okay, it's easy to clean. Let's just dry fit this to make sure it looks okay. I think it looks pretty good. All right. Let's do the other one. Okay. All right, let's do this folded wing here. It's going to need this part. Actually, I'm going to trim this part. Let's clean this up here. Okay, make sure the orientation is correct. Okay, nice and clean. All right, let's glue this section in first. Yep. And then the folded section goes on. Okay, such a good fit. Okay, so that's the folded side glued on. Now let's do this side. Okay, so both of those are complete. So you can see the extensions here. So this is part of the whole design concept, which is going to be giving a lot of strength to the overall construction of your model. So you can see the right angle's already been molded into this join, and it's going to be spreading the load across this panel. And then same with this one, which is on the extended wingtip. Okay, so let's just have a quick check again. It's got a really nice fit, really clean. And over here, again, as can be expected, really nice and clean. So let's just have a look here. Yeah, very nice indeed. All right, so just about to glue those on shortly. Just notice I've left the nub on one of these. I think it's a nub. Yep, just there. Alright, so it's clean. Let's make sure on this side as well. Oh, it looks good. Okay, let's go ahead and glue these on. Okay. Alright, so you can see the wingtips on. Got a slight amount of dihedral there, which is really interesting. You can see there how it's all glued. Gap is very, very fine. Top and bottom. Looks seamless. Okay, so I've still got a couple of nubs which I left here from the initial build. Okay, so these bits I'm going to clean up a bit later as the flaps are going to go in. And then let's just glue on this side as well. Okay, looking good. So for these larger joints, I always like to add a little bit extra glue, gives more strength. Because even though the glue is working by capillary action, with such large panels, quite often it doesn't get all the way into those deep points. Okay, looks good. Right, so I'm going to add some more glue just to finish it off, just around the edges. Alright, so here we go, it's gone together really well. Extended wingtip, folded wingtip, as you can see there, as we hold it up to this section here. Let's just move this out a bit. So you see a little bit of dihedral on this side with the extended wingtip, but then fully folded, as you'll see, so when it's stored on a carrier or such, because these were initially designed for carrier use. Okay, that was pretty straightforward, didn't have any issues there at all. Okay, let's pop this down here. Alright, what are we up to now? So we've done our wingtips, we're going to go onto the flaps now. Now I'm going to do the flaps down. Actually, my initial thoughts were to do one of each. Actually, let's just do more down, that'll make it more interesting. Alright, so I'm going to need these parts from the A sprue. Just locate that. A5 and A2. A5, A2. A3 and 4. Okay. And then this is a section where you're basically using the same flaps, which are here. So you got the top and bottom sections, but this is where they differ. So this is the angle, which is, I guess it's where the hinge is set. So depending on which ones of these you choose is whether or not the flaps are deployed or not. Okay, so let's just cut all these bits off. Alright, so which one am I going to do? Let's see. Both down, isn't it? Okay, so I need A7 and A6. Okay. So with these, as I'm cutting them out, again, they can be quite easy to get them mixed up, but to me, I've actually marked in them which one's left and which one's right. So quite large letters. So just on here, this is the right one, just marked right there. And then this one's the left one. Okay, so let's clean these up. Alright, so there's those bits. Alrighty, let's see, do I need to clean these up a little bit? They're going to be safer if I do. I mean, these tabs are probably going to be hidden anyway, but let's just do this just in case. Okay, so we've got the marked left and right. Just make sure we get them in the right spots. Okay, so that's the right one. Okay, I would fit in there, but I've got a little nub. So it's just stopping that at the moment. So that looks about right. Add a bit of glue to tack this in before I put the main flap in. Okay, and then the corresponding backing plate. Should be this one. Alright, have another quick check. Yep, looks alright. Okay, let's apply a bit more glue here. Okay. All right, one flap done. Okay, so this one's going to be like this. Oh. All right, so that's the wrong way around. Let's get them in there. Okay. Alright, so it's basically all the same. Okay, all right, our flaps are done, which means just got to clean off these nubs I've left here. Okay, that side's clean. In hindsight, this probably would have been better if I'd cleaned these off earlier, because they've got slight recesses in them. But that's okay, it's all good. Quick sand. Okay, now let's do the flaps. So I've got left side here. Fits nice and snug. Then we go to right side. Again, nice and snug. Okay, so you'll probably be able to see them deployed here. It's there and there. Okay, I glue these in, and I think that's pretty going to be the end of the session for today. In there, that in there. Alright, let's just put a little bit of glue across the tops here too. Alright, there we go. So there's quite a bit more to look at now. Okay, so we've got our undercarriage is all practically in. Okay, that's in there. We've done all the main struts are gone in. They're glued. And then we've also got this air outlets, all the panels that are open, that's glued in. And then we've done the wingtips, one folded, one extended, and the flaps down, and that's all good. Okay, so that is the end of session 8. So please come back for session 9. We'll continue on. So next step we're going to do is, what I've got here, actually I was ahead of myself. So 39 is actually gluing on the wingtips, so we've already done that. 40 is gluing in the flaps, done that. And then we're on to the speed brakes, which is step 41. Okay, so thank you for joining us again. That was number 8, number 9 coming shortly. a few more to go. There's still a lot of steps, and there we go. We've got something that looks much more like the aircraft. We've still got the tailplane to do, just a little bit more. I've got the wheels. I'm still going to leave those to last, and then yeah, it's just going to continue on. We'll start adding some washers as well. I haven't done much of it at the moment. Perhaps I should get into that just so you can see a lot more of the definition of all the panel lines coming through. So thanks again, and I'll see you next time.